What's up?
Good, how are you?
How do you feel about the prospect of a wet weather qualifying session?
Same conditions for everybody. We've been good in the wet in recent years, so it wouldn't be a negative for us, I would say. But it always just throws a curveball at everybody. It's a lot easier to make mistakes. It's a lot easier to end up at the back than it is the front, I would say, in wet conditions. So I think as every driver would probably say, they prefer that it doesn't end up being wet because it's a lot more on the driver than it is the car when that comes around. But we're gonna roll with the punches here, and whatever God gives us tomorrow, we're gonna swing with it. So it's looking dry for Sunday though, so we got to be ready for a dry race at least. So setting up the car today, hopefully in some dry conditions, and getting through the practices and warm up at least in dry conditions will be important.
What makes Barber such a tough racetrack compared to others on road courses, that is?
Barber's, there's a lot of elevation changes, right? And a lot of them happen at corner entry, which kind of creates a unnatural feel and a lot of instability due to that. So you're always trying to set up the car to be very stable, but yet still turn, which is, I know, the name of the game of IndyCar, but maybe even more so here because of that. So it's a different track. It's not easy to race on. It's not easy to drive. It's very, very constant flowing, and a lot of reasons, but it's really enjoyable to drive in general.
Your main rival for the points, Alex Pelos, had a win here at Barber. Do you feel like the rain on qualifying will give a little edge or equal things out for you for Sunday, or no?
I don't know. I could say, yeah, we've been good in the rain here in the past, and I'll go out there and qualify 22nd. So I don't know. Well, let's get through the qualifying first, and then I'll let you know.
The hybrid system will be first use here for the next Sunday's race. Do you feel like that'll change up the strategy a little bit for Sunday?
Not really. I don't think that the hybrid's going to change strategy. I think what will change strategy, though, is the fact that we haven't had yellows. That's been a thing, but we also said that at Nashville a couple years ago, and I remember everybody's like, oh, there's going to be a yellow-filled race, and it ended up only having one yellow. So it could be the opposite here, where there's just a ton of yellows. So hard to predict that, but I'd say based on history, you're going to see people probably going with the strategy that kind of points towards less yellows, because you have that hybrid restart now, right? Which really hasn't played a factor in the yellows. There just hasn't been as many wrecks or wall hits or anything like that, but that can all change.
Do you feel like the red tire is going to prevail here versus the blacks? Kind of like what we saw at Thermal, or it's going to be different? You feel like it's going to be different?
We don't know at this time. The primary tire is new to us, so we don't know what the reference or the delta will be between the two sets. That's really all I have for you at this moment.
How much would it mean to you to go back-to-back after what happened at Long Beach last weekend?
I mean, it'd be great. But we're kind of forgetting about Long Beach at this time. You kind of have to in racing. You got 17 races, right? You can't just dwell in one win. You got to keep going after multiple if you want to do well in a championship. So our goal this weekend is to do it again, right? We're here to get points. We're here to go after a championship, and that comes with getting top threes and hopefully a win. So that's exactly what we're here to do.
We had in. Go ahead.
How big was the Long Beach win for your team's confidence? Just as a reminder after the first two that Pelot can be beat, that he is human still.
Yeah, it's a big confidence, not only because of how well Pelot has been doing and being able to top him, but because we haven't had a win in a long time. My last win came in Nashville in 23, so to kind of get it back at the top, have those consistent finishes, being at the front is something that we had been alienated to for a period of time. So it's nice to be back on the top step.
What's the feel of the car then for your Indy test from last week? And how? Go ahead.
Yeah, the Indy test was really good for us. Super happy with the car. Not much different from last year, if I'm being honest. Which is I think a good sign considering the car was over 100 pounds heavier. I'd say it's harder to follow now than it has been, but the grip level is also very low at our test. That was the first time that we've had that preseason test where it was actually warm and people actually got some running in, which might be a little bit different than what we see in May. So hopefully as the grip goes up, some rubber gets laid down around there, gets cleaned up a little bit, we'll see a little bit better racing. But I would say it was pretty hard to follow. But nonetheless, everybody's in the same position. I felt we were in a really good position based on everybody else's, performance.
Do you feel like Honda's closed that gap between Chevrolet from that test, or you still think there's still work to be done?
We felt really good at that test, power-wise, but everybody comes up with new engines come month of May, so we don't know what Honda's going to bring to that, and we also don't know what Chevy's going to bring. We have confidence in what Honda's going to bring, but we ultimately don't know what that delta is going to be.
Awesome. Thank you.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.